So I think a lot of people who tune in are like, okay, and they're in this world where they're kind of debating like, do I want to do DEI work in a corporate setting,
Mhm.
or is there more value to doing my own thing, or do I continue to work in the field that I'm in and then do things like speaking engagement? So how did you kind of decide to be able to do both?
Yeah, it's a true balancing act. So I'm thankful that a lot of the stuff that opportunities that come to me for speaking, they're mostly like blessings, right? It's like a message on LinkedIn, or somebody sees my email, like somebody happens to stumble across my website or any of my content on my social medias, and they're like, "Hey, we have this event coming up. Are you interested?" Or somebody who I knew, who knows me through somebody else, or who heard about me through somebody else, and so balancing it is just making sure that I have time for it, I have the capacity for it, checking my work schedule. And there was a point in time where I tried to go like all in like the speaking thing, and I'm like, I want to go like full time speaking, speaking, speaking. And I what I discovered about myself is the back end of that, the marketing, the having to create like your own content, to tracking bookings, and making sure that you know who the stakeholders are, who are decision makers, who will make decisions to have to bring you into the school. What are you talking about? Or do you ever get tired of talking about this? Like, what group do you
That's
want to
real.
talk to? Who's your target audience? And I just knew, I was like, maybe I'm not. Maybe this is not for me. Like the full time entrepreneur speaker, the energy that I want to give, because a part of it made me feel like it was coming. It would become more like manufacturing of these talks, and I never wanted to get like that, because again, like speaking and performance has always been like this connection I feel like I have with people. And I never want to take it for something I'm just like commercialized in a way. It was like, oh, that's Oliver the speaker, yeah. Like I don't ever want it to be like that. I always want to have like a sense of boots on the ground, still doing some work in like a educational space, community space, while balancing. Maybe I'll take a few speaking engagements here and there, like throughout the year, but I make sure it's manageable. So sometimes I do turn down opportunities just because like whether it's not a right fit, or I'm traveling for work and it just doesn't make sense. But I think everybody should just find out what's best for them, and whoever is thinking about that entrepreneur route, just like prepare for work. Like you have to, like, it is work. You are doing work for yourself. It is good work. And if the goal is for you to work for yourself, then don't be scared of the work. Just embrace it, embrace the challenge of it. But it like when I tried it, I was like, oh, okay, this is not for me. All right, cool.
It is not for everyone. Speaking as a solopreneur who does full-time consulting, coaching, speaking, everything you just said is
Yeah.
he- spot on. You don't get to simply be in that world. And I think that really resonates not only from the perspective of becoming an entrepreneur, but also I really want to highlight that I would take that into the same consideration of if you've been doing D&I work off the side of your desk and kind of volunteering versus deciding to jump into the world of doing the work full time, knowing your values, understanding what you can and cannot tolerate, and
Hmm.
what you want to actually be doing day in and day out is actually really important.